Adjustments hearing. At this time, I would like to explain the procedure to be followed during this meeting. Do we have any citizens' comments that have nothing to do with the cases that we'll be hearing tonight?
Madam Chair, no, we do not. Please proceed.
Thank you. For the case on the agenda, applicants and speakers in support of an application for a variance will be limited to 5 minutes. Speakers opposed to an application shall be limited to a total of 7 minutes for all speakers. The applicant shall have a total of 2 minutes to rebut the arguments of the opponents. The secretary will let you know when 1 minute is left. Prior to speaking, please give your name and address. Please also remember to speak directly into the microphone, as this hearing is recorded for public record. During the public hearing testimony, each side shall proceed without interruption by the other, and all arguments and pleadings shall be addressed to the board. No discussion or questions between the applicant and opponents is permitted. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve? And these are the meetings. There were 2 meetings in June. If you recall, we had the correction, and in July, the meeting. So we have 2 sets of meetings. Do I have a motion?
I'd like the motion to approve the minutes.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
All those in favor, please say aye or vote. Motion carries. The first case to be held is Bernard Ellis, owner applicant, located at 505 West 4th Street, approximately 0.21 acres, zip code 75060. The request is for an exception to Unified Development Code Section 8.4.2, established front yard to allow a carport to approach no more than 9 feet into the required 37.5-foot established front yard setback in accordance with Section 1.15.5, carport within front setbacks. This case was postponed from the July 8, 2026 hearing. Before we open for public hearing, are there any requests for postponement or jurisdictional issues that anyone would like to raise? The public hearing is now open. If you plan to speak today, please come to the microphone, raise your right hand, and be sworn in. Claudia, will you read the statement?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay, my name is...
Be sworn in first.
Please raise
Okay.
your right hand. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the statement which you will make tonight to the Zoning Board of Adjustment of the City of Irving will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Will the city please come forward and explain this case, or the nature of the case, and advise the board of any communications received?
So I need to sit down.
Yes,
Okay.
just for a few minutes.
Good evening. I'm Gina Costanza Grant, the Acting Planning Manager for the Planning Department, City of Irving, and staff has a brief presentation to make. This is for case 2026-133 BOA, located at 505 West 4th Street. As the chair stated, it's a request for a special exception to allow a carport within the front established setback. We did receive, actually, the slide hasn't been updated because we received 2 last-minute additional letters of support. So we now have total 3 letters of support and none in opposition. And this is an aerial view of the property under consideration. You can see it's a corner lot. This is the future land use map. And this is the boundary showing the notifications that were sent to adjacent property owners. And this is the surrounding zoning map. All of the surrounding property is zoned the same for the R6 residential zoning designation. This is a map that shows the existing properties with carports that are within about a quarter mile. So there is one that you can see to the southwest, highlighted in orange. The subject property is in blue. And this is the site plan for the proposed carport. You can see the carport is in the green circle. The dimensions are approximately 24 feet by 16 feet. The area marked with the yellow dashed line is where that 37.5-foot established front yard setback is. And the area that's shown in the red stripes is the area of the carport that will encroach into that 37.5-foot setback. These are some site photos just to give you an idea of the subject property and what's around it. The area circled in green in this photo is where the proposed location of the carport is. And this is looking to the west of the subject property, to the east, and to the north. And this is resting on the site plan to help you consider your decision, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
So it's proposed.
That is correct. This has not been built yet.
Are there any other questions?
Gina, do we have anything that says what the carport's going to look like?
The city is not permitted to regulate any aesthetic qualities. So if it meets building code, it is fine. So there are no qualities that we can look at aesthetically. We do have size dimensions.
That's why I guess
Yeah,
I need
it
to
can
rephrase
be,
my question. Do we have size dimensions?
Yeah, it can be 10 feet tall to the peak of the roof. So that's about it. There are no regulations on whether it has to be a certain material or a certain visual appearance.
So all we know is that it will meet building code.
Correct. But the applicant might have an idea. We had asked them if they had any proposed plans, and they did not at the time.
I have a question, just a clarification. In the, I guess, the building code, the 3.18, the 3.1.8,
Yes,
it does talk about carport design shall be consistent with the design of the existing dwelling. So there are some, I mean, ahead of time, they go into it with the design knowing that it needs to be, I mean, it can't be just some random
I
looking.
can explain why that's no longer relevant. Those regulations were in our code prior to the state adopting regulations that supersede our ability to enforce any of those requirements. So we did not delete it from our code because down the line, we don't know if the state law might change. So we just kept it in there. However, we do not enforce it because it is prohibited by state law.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's very confusing to me, and why we would have something still in the, being handed out, thinking, so make us feel like
I
that it's still
apologize for that.
enforcement.
We
So
can probably
maybe-
try to clear that, make that clearer in the staff report.
Maybe, yeah, okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. If there are no other questions from staff, that concludes staff's presentation.
Not at this point.
Okay.
Mr. Ellis? Would you please come forward and identify yourself and the city? And identify yourself as the owner or the agent.
Okay, I'm the owner. It's Bernard Andrew Ellis. I go by Andy Ellis. So if you call me Bernard, I might answer and I might not. Okay, to answer your question, Carolyn, it will be attached to the front of the garage with an A-frame roof with a metal green roof to match the garage. And the two front posts will be either 6 by 6, 8 by 8, something, raw cedar. And then the opening up on top will be trimmed out in cedar. But the runners and everything will be metal to match the roof, okay? And I've lived on this corner for 58 years. This is the third time trying to get a carport. The part on the plat, in 23, I had a survey come out and surveyed it for me, but he didn't attach it to the old plat. Well, I came down and tried to get a carport, and well, all they seen was the old plat. And when he surveyed it, he didn't attach it. Okay. I don't remember last year, first this year, I had it surveyed again, and this is what he came up with. So I'm $1,500 into this this carport as is. But we've got two antique cars. One of them's in the garage, and there's a carport behind the garage cover. And we've got those in there. Don't have any place to park our daily drivers, if need be. But we sit out a lot of our afternoon and would like to have a cover over us. Is one reason. And I don't know. If I don't get it this time, I'll give up. But the reason we had this out here, this what I filed abandonment on, originally this was a street. You can see on the, now that's way back, but I'm not much of a speaker. And If anybody got any questions, I'll try to answer them if I can understand you.
Does anyone have any questions?
Madam Chair, you know I'm going to have a question. So, Mr. Alice, basically, your carport is for parking whatever vehicle that you drive on a day-to-day basis, and then when not using it as a carport, you're going to use it as almost like a gazebo type where people can sit and chit-chat and have a coffee klatch.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be enclosed. It's just going to be a cover for a car or people sitting around drinking coffee
No.
or tea. I'm a tea drinker, sorry. Okay, I just want to clarify that it sounds like that was your goal. I just want to make sure.
I don't know that I understood your question.
I was just making sure that what I understood you wanted was what you were asking for.
Okay.
Carport, and I'm calling it a gazebo for purposes of,
Well, I thought about a gazebo, but I think you have to have it in the backyard. But,
Are there any further questions? Are there any speakers in favor that would like to support this case? Johnny Ellis, please come forward. Your name and city, please.
My name's Johnny Ellis, Irving, Texas. I'm their son. I live across the street. They've lived there a year longer than I have on the same street. I've lived on the same street for 57 years in 3 different homes. I'd really like to see them. They've got company all day coming and going, with the cars. They got a car club and everything. And as you can tell in the pictures, I mean, they probably get yard of the month in our neighborhood. Dad's 81 and he won't even let me mow his yard because I can't do it good enough, so, but I'd really like to see it, come to me, get them out of the heat some and, for everybody to sit around and drink coffee. And my son, their grandson, he lives next door to us. And so they got kids, grandkids, and great-grandkids that live within the 200 feet. I didn't get to send my paperwork in because I work a lot, but anyway, I thought I'd come up here and, tell y'all my story on it and, that I was for it. And I'd like to, like, as you can tell, a lot of places, like you said, they just do it and then ask for forgiveness later. And, I feel like they've jumped through a whole lot of hoops and hopefully y'all see it in their favor, so. But I thank you for your time. Y'all got any questions for me?
Do you have any questions?
All right, thank y'all so much.
Do we have any speakers that wish to speak in opposition to the case? If there are no additional comments, I will close the public hearing and return it to the commission for discussion and a motion. Is there any more discussion or are there any questions of staff? Is there a motion?
Yes. I would like to motion to approve the exception.
second.
I second it. Oh.
All of those in favor, please vote. The motion carries unanimously. The next case is case number 2026-136, BOA, John and Jeanne Strickland owners. John Strickland applicant, located at 2011 Bradford Street, approximately 2.217 acres, zip code 75061. Zone R6, single-family residential 6 district. a special exception to Unified Development Code, Section 8.4.2, establish front yard to allow existing carport to encroach no more than 21 feet into the required 37.5-foot established front yard setback in accordance with 1.15.5 carports within the front setback. This case was postponed from July 8, 2026 hearing. The applicant is requesting to postpone the case until September 9, 2026 hearing. Before we open the public hearing, are there any requests for postponement or judicial issues that anyone would like to raise?
I have a question. So we're voting now to postpone the September?
We are not voting anything right now. The case is not open yet. Okay, the public hearing is now opened. If you plan to speak today, please stand to be sworn in and raise your right hand. Claudia, please swear in any speakers that plan to talk. Okay. Seeing none, do we have a motion to postpone until the September 9th meeting?
Just going to let you do it. Madam Chair, I move that we postpone per applicant's request to the September 2026 meeting date. September 9th, okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye or vote. Motion carries unanimously. Case is now closed.
Just so I can text them since they're out of town, it's been postponed till September for school district. Okay, thank you very much.
There being no other items, this meeting is adjourned.
I have a question, but it may be for the staff. So the people that we voted for the exception, who notifies them that it's approved? You? Oh, okay.
They were here. They know it was approved.
Just for clarity. Because I heard the discussion, they didn't seem, I mean, they knew it, but, you know.
The meeting is adjourned.